Okay, welcome everyone who is watching the recording. So I just want to introduce that this full moon is the full moon in Libra, and Libra stands for the element of air and also the qualities of balance and peace. And right now in the sky, what's happening is that it is it's making some um, combinations with the planet Venus, which is about relationships and also money, and also another something called Chiron, which is a really, really important body in the sky, which is about the wounded healer. It kind of represents for us a wound in us. Let's say for me in particular, in my chart, mine is around wound. My wound is around it's in the sign of Cancer. It's around nourishment. So I have this wound around not feeling nourished enough, and that's exactly like the reason it's called a wounded healer is because you can heal others through that wound of yours, which is a gift. So by providing nourishment to others, I kind of find my own healing in that. So that's just a bit of background for you to mix and match on how you could choose something. You can choose something that you want to release today. I would, so you could pick like in the element of relationships, for instance, if there's and also Libra represents balance and peace. So we want to let go of maybe a conflict and invite peace, or invite like some sort of an imbalance that you had. Maybe whatever is the relationship you're picking, for instance, it could be like maybe the balance between me time and us time, or the balance between your healthy boundaries. So maybe take a minute. You can pause the video now, and because we're going to do a personal sharing with the group that is here. So just grab a piece of paper and pause the video now, think about what it is that you want to release on one piece of paper. This piece of paper we're going to burn at the end of this practice, and on another piece we're going to talk about what it is that we want to invite in instead. So pause the video. I'm going to pause the recording and go into a personal sharing. I don't know if you've ever done a Yoga Nidra before. I know that Deco has done one, but when we will invite during the practice, there will be 2 points, one at the beginning and one at the end, when I'll ask you to invite your sankalpa or your intention. So the reason we're taking this time now to write down what it is we want to release is also to get that clarity on that one intention that you want to invite. So maybe it could be more balance in your routine, or more self-care, or more sensation, depending on how you're dealing with numbness, or more self-love, right? So just find, because the sankalpa has to be a very short and concise statement. So on the other piece of paper now, try to turn it around into a positive statement. And what that is that you want to invite, put it in a positive statement and in the present tense. So for example, I am balance. I am, you can also say I'm inviting balance into my life, or I'm inviting the opposite of numbness, for example, is feeling. I want to feel alive. So whatever it is you want to invite, write down on the second piece of paper in terms of, in the language of a sankalpa. So take a moment for that. And I can use my example for, so I am trying to let go of feelings of, I'm also inviting balance in my personal sort of routine between being a disciplinarian and following the right healthy habits, and a balance between also just going with the flow and listening to my body. So what I'm releasing is both the need to be a disciplinarian and the need to, which kind of comes from not being able to trust in my own body. And what I'm inviting are safety and trust. So I am trust, I am safe. These are my language. This is my language for my sankalpa. Okay. Now, as a third step, I'm going to just ask us to sit with our sankalpa. For example, I am focused, I am disciplined, I have I have joie de vivre. If these are some of your intentions, just sit with that. Sit with your sankalpa and feel it in your body. And just notice, where do you feel it? What do you feel? And from here, it's a good time to start our practice. So you'll hear a bell when we start the Nidra, and you can lie down. And at the end, you'll hear another bell, and you can sit up again and come back to us. I will be guiding us throughout the practice. You can mute yourselves, and if you want to turn your screens off, also okay. Just inviting you to lie down on your mat in some sort of what we call shavasana. So it's really just, it's called the corpse pose. So just dropping all your weight in from your body onto the floor, closing your eyes, allowing the eyes to fall back in the sockets. Your palms can be facing up the sky, and just get comfortable trying to keep the back, neck, and head in a straight line, but fairly relaxed posture. Your feet can be slightly separated and knees slightly apart and slightly bent is also okay. So not like in a march past standing in attention kind of a pose, but a dead corpse pose. Literally letting go all the weight. See how much you can drop it little by little. And releasing the grip of your muscles from your bones. And coming into a place of surrender and being open to whatever it is that unfolds for you in this practice. So we are going to be doing together a Yoga Nidra. Yoga means union. Nidra means sleep. And this form of sleep is a sleep with awareness. So it's technically this kind of a sweet spot between being awake and then being in this conscious dreaming kind of a state. And the way, in order to the way this will flow is that I will guide us through layer by layer, moving from more gross layers like the physical flesh, blood, bone, kind of a physical body, into more subtle layers of our consciousness. So moving more into the mind and emotional body, and from there even deeper. And all you have to do is just follow my voice, and perhaps make sort of a commitment, if you can, to yourself that you will not sleep during this practice. You will stay awake. And also for the remainder of this practice, you will not move your body. You will try to stay as still as possible. Because if we're in a deeper layer and you're still moving your body, you're kind of coming back some steps. So get as comfortable as needed. And I noticed that one of you needs something, so I'm going to wait a bit till as you're getting comfortable. And for the rest of us who found a nice spot on the mat, let's just breathe. And Ali, mute yourself, please, if that's okay. I think you've done that. Great, thanks. Just breathe. Like a big breath into your belly. And just let go. At the next breath, you're going to just take in and start to squeeze your fists and your toes and your whole body and just let go. Just bring your attention to any sounds in your environment right now. Any buzzing of traffic or insects or people in your home. Perhaps you can even tune into some of the sounds in my background, the birds, and just in a way of accepting these sounds as a witness. You can bring your attention back into your body and just accept these sounds for the rest of the practice. We will start with rotating our consciousness through different parts of the body. Just follow along. And we'll start with the right side first, and then the left side, and then bring it all together. So just bring your attention now to your right hand thumb. Notice the flesh, the bones, muscles, tissues, the blood, everything that makes up your physical body, and allow it to come to a place of stillness. So your right hand thumb, right index finger, right middle finger, right ring finger, little finger, spaces between your fingers, the right palm, the back of the hand, the right wrist, forearm, right elbow, right upper arm and bicep muscle, right shoulder, right chest, front and back, the lung, right lung, and stomach, right side of the waist, right abdomen. Taking a moment for all the organs here and just giving them some rest. The liver, the intestines, the kidney, right genital, right hip, right thigh, right knee, right shin and calf muscle, right ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Spaces between your toes, the whole of the right foot, the whole of the right leg, and the whole of the right upper torso, and right hand and arm. Now bringing your attention to the left side, starting with the left hand thumb, left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger, spaces between the fingers, left palm, back of the hand, left wrist, lower arm, left elbow, upper arm and bicep muscle, left shoulder, left side of the chest, your left lung, stomach, pancreas, small and large intestine, left side of the waist, the abdomen, left kidney, left side of the genital, left hip, left thigh and hamstring, left knee, lower leg, calf and shin, left ankle and heel, the arch and sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, spaces between the toes, the whole of the left foot, the whole of the left leg, left side of the torso, left hand and arm, and coming together now in your throat, the center of your throat, and bringing the right and left sides together in the back of your neck, the back of your head, right and left ears, top of the head, the forehead. And you're just allowing this area to relax and soften. Right eye and left eye, right nostril and left nostril, right cheek and left cheek, the insides of your mouth and tongue, the upper lip, lower lip, the chin and throat, the heart center, the navel, down into your genitals. And the whole body all at once. The whole body all at once. Your body is becoming still. You are practicing Yoga Nidra and you're resting but also awake. Now just bring attention into your breath. How does it enter at the nostrils? How far does it go into your chest and belly? Although you're not moving, your belly may be rising and falling with every breath. Just bring your attention to that. And just watch the breath moving in from the nostrils into your belly and making its way out. Don't try to change the breath, just observe it. Whether you pay attention or not, your body will continue to breathe. So just trust in that. Counting 10 rounds of breathing. As you inhale, perhaps observe the temperature at the nostrils. And follow the counting all the way into the belly. So that's 1. And as you exhale, that's also 1. So 2 inhale and 2 exhale at your own pace. Just count the breath up to 10 rounds. Just keep on counting as we wait for the others to finish. And just saying thanks to the body and the breath, nourishing us from moment to moment. And giving thanks, we let that go. And let go of the counting as well. And we move more into our mental and emotional body, where any sense experience creates sensations. Then the brain interprets them and gives meaning to those thoughts. Then these turn into emotions. So let's have a little experience of that. I'm going to invite you to picture a landscape with the full moon shining bright. Notice the color of the moon. If it's white or yellowish. Notice how big the moon is this night. And just also notice the time of the day. If it's dusk or is it already nighttime? And feel the temperature of the day as well in your body. Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it breezy? Is it windy or still? And just notice how that wind or the absence of wind is touching your skin and what that sensation feels like in your body. And now inviting you in this landscape to make a little journey. Maybe you're walking around on a beach. Maybe you want to get into a wooden boat on a river. Maybe you're just in the desert. Whatever feels safe for you and comfortable for you, picture that landscape and move a little till you find a comfortable spot where we can make the release for today. And just notice what comes up in your body as I said that. Is there any resistance? You're not judging it, you're just noticing as a witness what arises in your experience, and then continuing to move. So, walking a bit more in the sand or in the forest, or taking this boat a little bit further into the river, wherever you are. Let's just try to settle down. Just notice if there's any feeling of fear or resistance, any emotions that arise as you try to take this piece of paper out of your pockets, the piece of paper on which you wrote down what it is that you want to release today. And just be present with whatever it is that arises in your body as you see this. And now find a way to let this go. It could be just a piece of paper that you maybe want to burn with a magical candle that's available at your disposal. Maybe it's a piece of leaf on which you have written your intention and you want to bury that in the sand. Or maybe it's symbolized in a floating cotton seed and you just want to let it fly away in the air. Use whatever elements you need to use, from water, fire, wind, space, or earth, to gently take this release offering from you. And for you, you are simply making an offering, a gift to the universe. As it enters the cycle of life, as it composts in its own journey, whatever it is that you release, it feeds the next thing on the food chain. So just let that go. And simply stay present in your body on whatever emotions and sensations arise. As you do this ritual of letting go, for those using the earth element, you're making a hole perhaps and burying this deep within the earth. For those using the water element, you're letting it be washed away by the rain, by the waves, in the river. For those using the fire element, as it burns, the ashes fly away into the air. Or you just simply let it go in space. And as you let that go, maybe some emotions arise for you. Maybe it feels like a part of you has been let go and you don't know how to fill that space now. But there is new space that has been created. And really embody it, allowing your body to melt away any tensions, any burdens it's been holding on. And really embody the experience of simply letting go. Drop your weight even more on the mat. Soften your jaws and your shoulders even more. Allow the forehead to relax even more. And as you do that, just simply let go of all visuals, of all sensations, and all emotions. And let us journey out of this mental and emotional body as well, and move into a place of our higher selves. There's nothing for you to do. Intuitively, you're already doing what you need to be doing. And you can just let go. And letting it all go, dropping everything, just coming back into your body in this present moment. And staying here for a few minutes in silence. Each time you notice, drop the thought, drop the emotion, drop the visual, and drop the sensation, and just come back as a witness. So slowly coming back, I will invite you into your sankalpa. Invite your sankalpa at the next breath. When you take it in, repeat your sankalpa 3 times. And just as you let that go again, trust that it's doing the job it needs to do for you. And just welcoming all these sounds from our universe again. Gathering your awareness from wherever it is and bringing it back into your body. Just maintaining that attitude of a witness, noticing how your body feels right now. Slowly, slowly coming back into full awareness. The practice of Yoga Nidra is over, but you can take your time to come back. You can maybe rotate and twist and squeeze your fingers and hands and toes and ankles and bring some gentle movement inside your body. Maybe some cat stretches. You can gently fold your knees to the left side and look over your shoulder on the right. Really stretch and twist. You can reverse, so bringing your knees to the right and looking over your left shoulder. Can maybe rub your palms, create some heat, and bring the palms to your eyes. And gently you can open your eyes. The smile on your face. Welcome back. And as you sit up, I'll say a few more things about what we've just done. But this is a really good time to sort of stay in this space. If you need to meditate or journal, you can also just stay there. And for those of you who want to gently, gently still come back into conscious awareness here where we are, I'm going to tell you a little bit about. So what we did is we actually made a journey through 5 of the yogic bodies. And for those of us who are not into yoga, you don't need to know the details, but we did go from physical layers to more. Eventually, after the mental and emotional, we also went into what's called the bliss body. But actually that place is where there's nothing. It's only stillness. There's no pleasure, no pain. So that bliss word is a place where there's actually no more duality, no concept of, and that itself is quite blissful. That's the way the yogis describe it. But we've also done is gone through a tapping through this deep process and journey. We've tapped into our unconscious and subconscious, where from where we have tried to make the release from that place. So when you wrote down at the beginning, you're trying to make it from a conscious and a very heady space. But what we've done is now we've done it also from the shadows, from the subconscious. And one way to really complete this is to do a little ritual after this practice. I invite you to take simply a candle and just burn the piece of paper on which you wanted to make the release. And just ceremonically and ritualistically, you kind of complete that release process. And then, whatever it is that is your sankalpa and your intention in a positive and present statement, that is what you look at, and trust that whatever that needed to be released has been released. And now let go of those words and simply focus on the sankalpa in the intention. Great. So I am going to leave it here. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing this space with me. We'll be in touch if you want to reach out. So I'm going to pause the recording now and complete the sharing circle with those who are here. Thank you and bye.